Indiana in the Morning, presented by First Commonwealth Bank on WCCS. It's 8:12, and our interview segment is presented by Marcus & Mack, voted Best Law Firm and Best Personal Injury Lawyer 3 years in a row in the Best of Indiana County contest. Visit them online at marcusandmack.com. And I'm joined in studio by Chris Koren and Jim Kineer, who are a part of the 3rd Annual Pennsylvania Mountains Rural Health Care Conference. And folks, thanks very much for being on our show today. How you doing?
Doing great. Thanks for the opportunity to be here this morning.
Thanks, Jim. How you doing, Chris?
Fantastic. Thanks for being here.
Excellent. Thank you for being here, by the way. So this is big. 3rd year for this conference. I mean, this is really showing how important rural health care has become as an issue, not just in Indiana County, but all throughout the region, I think. Right, Chris?
That's correct. We feel that this is a platform created grassroots from a group from IUP and IRMC. We feel that it's an opportunity to really showcase the good work that has been going on in this area for many years, and then set the stage for sharing ideas about what we can do together to keep evolving and growing.
So that's the purpose of this conference, to kind of share ideas, to kind of have some workshops and some keynote speakers as well, to talk about some issues that are facing a lot of people in the rural areas. But this year, I see the focus is going to be on mental health, right, Jim?
That's correct. Last year, we focused a lot on workforce issues and graduate medical education, but rural health has a lot of disparity issues, and one of those is in the area of mental health. Mm-hmm. Residents in rural areas often experience higher levels of depression and suicide, and there are fewer providers to provide care, so access is an issue. So this year, we're really bringing a focus on some of those rural health challenges related to mental health.
It's a kind of interesting as well, because it seems like at the same time that rural health care has become a hot topic in this region, mental health care has also become kind of the hot topic in general in health and wellness, right? Absolutely.
There were gaps in care and challenges pre-pandemic, but the pandemic really brought more issues and more challenges that have made mental health an even greater and more pressing issue for professionals to address.
So this year, along with focusing on that, the Secretary of the Department of Human Services for Pennsylvania is going to make an appearance, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, Secretary Arkush is coming. We're so excited to host her. She came by a great recommendation from the former Indiana County Commissioner, Robin Gorman. Mm-hmm. She introduced us, and she brings a unique lens, being a physician herself, but also serving as a former county commissioner. She knows what needs and resources are out there and what needs to happen to continue building upon those capacities to help solve some major mental health issues.
Have we had any other, I seem to remember other secretaries coming to the conference in the past. Has that been the case?
We haven't had a secretary for our particular conference, but there has been secretaries visiting the area for other events in the past.
All right, my mistake.
Yeah.
I apologize.
That's
about
okay.
that.
That's okay.
But 3rd year for this, this shows how much of an impact this is going to have in the community. So when is it going to be, first off?
It's November 21st, and it falls on National Rural Health Day.
That's amazing. Is that kind of always the case, trying to aim for that particular day?
Absolutely. It's a great day to have the conference. The purpose of National Rural Health Day is to honor rural health care providers and also to bring more awareness to the issues facing rural health. So we've purposely tried to anchor it on that date.
So what's going to happen at the conference? I know there's going to be an opening speaker, but is there going to be breakout groups, different sessions that people can sign up for? What's going to happen?
There is an amazing lineup of speakers. So we have several speakers in addition to the keynote speaker from Secretary Arkush. In the morning, we have several general sessions. And in the afternoon, we have a wide variety of breakout sessions that really cover quite a few different topics, from opioid settlement funds to mental health training for first responders, looking at treatment-resistant depression. And Chris, maybe you want to add a few other topics.
Sure. Another new component this year, and Jim and I are excited to share this based on behalf of our committee, is we'll have 2 mobile units, the 8 from Johnstown and 1 from Punxsutawney. Mm-hmm. They're displayed at the KCAC for any tours, and that really are units that are going out and working in the trenches for mental health services. And then we'll also have a research poster symposium built in over lunch, so that we have employees from both IRUP and IRMC, and also graduate students that are willing to share some current research that's going on related to mental health in our area.
It's amazing the partnership between the two neighboring organizations, IEP, IRMC, both willing to help each other out and kind of expand rural healthcare access to our area. I mean, you have the podcast that's going out, the proposed school of osteopathic medicine that IUP is trying to put together and making progress on that. So it really is great to see how both organizations are working together towards this common cause.
Absolutely. One of the great things this year is those partnerships and other organizations involved just continues to expand. So what really started out as IUP and IRMC working together has now really expanded to include other groups and other agencies in the community.
That's great as well. Other people getting on board with this. So let's move on here to some of the other. You mentioned that this is going to be like several different topics throughout the day, and you mentioned the tour of those, I guess, traveling units. You called them
Traveling units.
All right.
Yes.
So what else can people? What else can people expect? I mean, it's a lot. It seems that they're going to have a lot thrown at them during the conference.
Yes, we have over 200 people registered at this point, and our audience really runs the gamut of educators, students, practitioners. From all over Pennsylvania and beyond. And so we've really been able to kind of develop a new network who have been excited to come to Indiana to spend the weekend because we've, of course, promoted the holiday festival the next day. And then also, it's networking and at its finest. It really is. We're Jim and I are always excited to know that we have feedback from the guests and people already lined up to wanting to present for next year. And that has a lot to do with just the people that are talking about coming and meeting at our conference next week.
That's actually pretty good that you're getting people saying, hey, I want to do this next year. That's a sign of success right there, I think. So we mentioned it's going to be next Thursday, and what time is it going to start? About 8 o'clock?
Starts about 8 o'clock in the morning. We'll get about 4:30 in the afternoon.
And from what I saw, breakfast and lunch provided.
Correct.
And all day snacks and coffee to keep us fueled for the energy.
You've got that right. I know you were mentioning that there's a lot of industry professionals, a lot of students involved. Can John and Jane Public come in and take part?
Absolutely. The event is open to the community. Anyone who is interested in attending has an opportunity to do that. We do have a conference website, and I can give you the address for that.
Go ahead.
It's pmrhc.org. So Pennsylvania Mountain Rural Health Conference, pmrhc.org.
All right.
And if you go there, you'll be able to register for the conference.
That's excellent. How much is it to be a part?
Well, we have it right now. It's $75 for a participant fee, but there's some ranging discounts available, and we never want cost to be a barrier. So if you reach out to Jim or from IRMC or Chris Koren from IUP, we'll work with anyone. We just want people to feel nourished by the information that's going to be shared far and wide next week.
One of the other things that's going to take part, I heard that there was going to be an awards ceremony as well at the end of the conference.
Yes, we're doing two different awards distribution. One, we're recognizing the IUP Police Academy. The week before the conference, this week actually, the Police Academy is running out a pilot training for mental health training for their police cadets.
Oh, nice.
It's the first in Indiana County, and we're very excited. So we're going to be acknowledging the police cadets there. Second, it's something new, organic, between the 23-person planning committee of this conference. Jim and I have organized an idea where we want to recognize some hometown healthcare heroes. So we'll be, distributing a few awards from people in our county that are doing good work and maybe are some unsung heroes. So we hope that will be a nice grand finale as well.
That's excellent to recognize those people that are kind of the unsung heroes of the industry. The people that you might not get the recognition but deserve it, right?
Absolutely. And again, that goes to that idea of the National Rural Health Day and how do we honor and celebrate those individuals that are making an incredible difference out there in the community.
All right. So let's go over the nitty-gritty once again. It is next, not this Thursday, but the next, and it's at the KCAC?
That's correct.
And starts at 8 o'clock. And if people want to find more information or register, it is pmrhc.org, right?
That's correct.
All right, we're going to see if we can get that link posted in the comments of this video on our Facebook page. That way people can find it pretty quickly. Has it been, I guess it's been a great chore, a happy chore, I'll call it, to organize this darn thing, right?
Yeah, it's very exciting to see this all come together, and the energy and the work really is very rewarding when the event comes together and you see everyone coming together. And to Chris's earlier point, the speakers are incredible, a lot of great information, but it's the networking and the connections that are things that people can walk away with, and we can continue to build collaboration in our community.
All right. Anything else you two want to make mention before we wrap things up here today?
I just hope people realize we're in a great community, and it's time for us to shine and really carve out our place for showcasing what already has been going on for many years. And let's work together to continue building upon the capacity for rural healthcare solutions in Indiana.
And Jim, do you want to add on to that?
I just want to echo those sentiments from Chris. Let's continue working together and partnering, and there's great strength in partnerships, and we're proving that, and we want to continue to prove that.
All right, Chris and Jim, thank you both very much for being a part of Indiana in the Morning this morning. All the best, and I hope you get a lot of people attending the conference next Thursday.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you again. Chris Koren and Jim Kineer joining us on Indiana in the Morning to talk about the third annual the Pennsylvania Mountains Rural Health Conference taking place at the KCAC, not this Thursday, but the next. And our interview are presented by Marcus & Mack, voted best law firm, best personal injury lawyer, 3 years in a row in the Best of Indiana County contest. Visit them online at marcusandmack.com. Now, we do have a couple of minutes right now, so let's get to something that we didn't get to in the morning, didn't have time for it, but we can squeeze it in now, called the Media Minute.
Media Minute with Howard Kurtz.
Let's put aside the media speculation and look at President-elect Trump moving very quickly to name top appointees. He immediately, of course, tapped campaign manager Susie Wiles as his chief of staff, first woman to hold the job. Now, yesterday, the appointments included Tom Holman, who was ICE director in Trump's first term as the border czar. No surprise there. He'll be in charge of the promised mass deportation program. And he said